Hello students, now we are going to look at a sample. Hello students, now we are going to look at a sample. So we have a connection program that waits for so we have a connection server program that waits for an incoming client request. So once a client connects hello world message, okay, so greets it with a hello world message. Always try to think as an analogy here. When you go to always try to think as an analogy here. When you go to a restaurant, for example, we have a person waiting in the front desk, and once we enter, the waiter takes us and gets seated in a table. Likewise, then a waiter comes. We use two classes. Likewise, server socket class. We use two classes here. The server socket class is like the person who's waiting for you create an object of the server socket class by you create an object of the server socket class by passing the client will be contacting the server at the port number, and the client will be contacting that server until a client contacts the server will not run. Until a client contacts the server, the server will not run. So once until a client connects to the server, so the server until a client connects to the server, the server program will not proceed beyond. So once it accepts, once the client so once it accepts once an object of class socket will be then an object of class socket will that will be what is used to communicate and that will be client what is used so we have now we can use different ways to so we have now we can use different ways to read and write usually two things here the print writer class is what we usually two things here the print writer class is what we use to print something to socket. So when I say print something to socket, it means you're sending. And as we'll see in the client program, we'll use the buffer reader to read. As we'll see in the client program, we'll use the buffer reader to read the client program, right? From the so client program again has a similar structure. So the client program again structure of all these programs similar structure. By the way, that you should import the Java program and Java.io that you should import the Java.net and Java.io packages. Okay. And I put everything inside a try-catch block. So the reason why I put everything inside a try-catch block. All these methods. So the reason why it is all these method classes Java.net and Java are prone to generate exceptions if they are not handled prone to generate exceptions if they are not handled appropriately. Programs you always so both the client and server programs you always let's look at the client program try-catch block. So we need to let's look at the client pass the name of the machine to which you want to communicate. Pass so the name of the machine to which you want to communicate. So that's the first and then the port number at which the server is running. So and then the port number at which the server is running. So as I told before, each a socket is identified before each the client IP socket is identified before entities. Similarly, server IP address the client port. So here the client is trying server IP address and server port number. So here the client is trying to contact. Client should know the port number and get server is running. So that's client should know the port number at which the server is running. And then the issue or the socket object issue or create a socket object class socket so client socket and you object so pass to the constructor of the socket class the name of the machine pass to the constructor of the socket class the name of the resolution so actually once you pass the name of domain name resolution the get by name method can pass the name of the IP address of the machine the get by name method can get the IP address of the machine class IP address of the machine is stored in the form and then the port number so this is the method or the constructor that kind of triggers the method or the constructor that kind of triggers the client so that unblocks this accept method right so that unblocks this accept method so let's just see what is going on in the client alright so let's see what is going on in the client you create a buffered reader so we use only two things this is a standard format for writing a buffered reader object so this is a standard format for creating a buffered reader object and you get stream return on the client and the buffer reader. So this will help you to read from the socket. So this will help you to read from the socket, which means so now let's go to the server program. So what the server is doing is now let's go to the server program. So what the server is doing is going to so again here we use the get output stream method. So it uses the get output stream method called the data socket and then wrap it up with the output stream. So now you see this is the name of the object of class print. Now you see this is the name of the object of class print. So you can say the socket. So this will get to the print message. Means so this will get to the print. Means you're putting the message. Whenever you use this sockets, connection-oriented sockets. Whenever you use this sockets, you need to make sure that you are calling the flash method. Sure that you put something on the socket, you calling the flash method. Once you put something on the socket, you need to send it right away to the other side. So and then you don't need to do anything else in the server socket program. Ideally, you don't need to do anything else in the server socket program. Ideally, you don't really close the server socket, right? But here we close the socket, and we also of course have to close the data socket, and we also of course have to close the data socket as well as this server socket. We close both the sockets. It's a good programming practice to close sockets because we don't want them to be let practice to close sockets because we don't want them to be let run on the same socket or something like that. Another user tries to run on the same socket, or you should not. It's a good practice to close. It's a good practice to close socket so socket and socket objects when if you are socket so socket and socket objects when if you are no longer so this guy the server is going to print the hello world message so this guy the server is going to print the hello world message so the client has to read it using the read line method of the buffered reader class now and just press it out. Now you could make the client to send back a you could make the client to send back the server code doesn't really handle that whereas the server code doesn't really handle that, right? If the server can use a buffered reader and get it, if the server can use a buffered reader and get it, let's see, then that's good enough. Let's see if we can buffer reader. We have to send it. Use a buffer reader. We have to send it. Okay, so the server side is going to print the acknowledgement. The server side is going to print the acknowledgement for receiving the message. That's what this is doing. Right, so let's compile and run this. Right, so let's compile and run this. So on the client side, I created two directories. On the client side, one for the server. I created two directories, one for the client, one for the server. Let's see. This parenthesis, I think one. This parenthesis, I think too many parentheses. Right, I think this should be okay. Right, I think this should be okay. Should be PS. Should be PS. Alright, so the client is ready, let's compile the server. Alright, so the client is ready, let's compile the server. Okay. Now let's run the server. Okay. Now let's run the server. So it's always a server that will start first, or the receiver. Always a server that will start first, or the receiver, either one. So the only argument it is running is the port number. So the only argument it is running is the port number. Now if you look at the client code, the client has to if you look at the client code, the client has to the client class. So this is the client has to the client class. and the client has to the domain name. So for simplicity, we'll just use the domain name. So for simplicity, we'll just use localhost. Okay, so 4567. Okay, so 4567. So it got the hello world message that was sent by server, prints it out. So it got the hello world message that was sent by server, prints it out. Now it would have sent received your message, which should show up right here. Run one more time if you want to see how it runs. So run one more time if you want to see how it runs. Right.